Yeah, happy got the win. Tough game. Freezing cold conditions. I know that it affected both teams, so it was tough to deal with. But I think both teams were able to fight through it all. But just really proud of our boys for getting the win. Our seniors, our team for protecting Lavelle's house, and this year, and just thankful that we were able to get this win. But I think San Diego State is a great team. Their defense is a very physical and active defense, and they're very high risk, but they're able to, with some of the athleticism that they have on their team, they can disrupt you. And so give them a lot of credit for the game and being ready to play. And then on offense, I was really impressed with what they did up front. I thought, they got a lot of yards on us. I thought we were able to get, stop some points, and that's when it's all said and done. That's the name of the game. But looking at some of the things that we can improve on defensively, we're gonna try to get that done offensively and special teams. But for the most part, just glad that we were able to get this win and a lot of energy and excitement from our boys. And so looking forward to our next game and next opportunity. So I'll take any questions you guys have. Thank you.
All right, let's take questions from Alex Behar, and then Jared Lloyd and Jay Drew.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. So after that first quarter, you guys were able to shut out San Diego State 21-0. And it looks like in the second half, you guys really were able to either turn them over or kind of just force them to punch or get them to turnover on downs. So what changed after that first quarter defensively, and how did you guys kind of keep San Diego State at bay?
Well, a lot of what happened in the first quarter was they were able to just break tackles and create a lot of plays. I thought assignment-wise we were in some good spots, but we just had to wrap up and give a lot of. I mean, their backs are hard to handle because they run low to the ground and their O-line's big and physical, and we knew they were going to hang on to the run game and try to limit our offense from getting on the field, but they were able to do that in the first part. I thought we gave up a lot of yards, but I think you have to give them credit. They converted a lot of the third downs too. When you're looking at some of the third downs that we put them in, I'm looking at the medium to long third downs. They even converted some of those, and so we knew that we would have to get them in behind the chains a little bit early, and I think just the fact that our guys played more assignment sound football and tackled better. I mean, it still wasn't perfect, but I give a lot of credit to San Diego State because, those guys even the quarterback can run, so they're able to break some tackles and make some plays.
Kalani, you're down 7. They'd had a long drive and looked at, they might go up 2 scores, and Drew Jensen gets that pick. How big of a moment was that for your team?
So happy for Drew. Kid works hard and he studies and he gets better every day. And we thought that maybe we should have played him a little bit more last week and gave him some opportunities this week, and it showed. And just been really proud of our whole defense, but linebacking crew has worked really well together, and just proud of the things that they've done. I mean, he's still young, so there's a lot of football left for him to play, but getting turnovers was going to be key for us here. We thought that if we took care of the football on offense and we were able to disrupt and try to get some opportunities, for us it was stopping them on fourth down, and then and that pick was huge for us. And so I'm just glad our guys were able to pull it out and never gave up. I mean, it looked really tough at the beginning, but these guys have shown that they'll keep fighting, and a lot of that is because they're assistant coaches and the coordinators, and a lot of it's because of leadership that we have on this team.
Kalani, first of the week, you said you were going to find out what your team was made of after their disappointing loss out in Coastal Carolina. What are they made of? What did you learn that they're made of?
Yeah, these guys are resilient. They're hard workers, and they're gonna. I just love the way that they respond to anything that has any type of adversity. And I'll go all the way to the beginning when we dealt with the pandemic, like everyone else has. And so I don't want to, talk too much about it, but I was really impressed with the players individually, how hard they worked, and then collectively as a group, as a unit on offense, defense, and special teams, and then as a team. And just the leadership that we saw from those guys, it was really a great thing for me as a coach to see. So I'm thankful for that I have these players, and I'm thankful that we have a great bunch of leaders, and not just the seniors. We have a bunch of leaders on our team, and it's not even the leadership committee. We have so many guys that could qualify as captains for this team, and hopefully we can keep that rolling. And I really believe that the underclassmen will be ready to roll too. I see them getting older and maturing with the experience that they had this year, and looking forward to our next opportunity. We'll see when we play again. Hopefully we can keep playing football.
Why wasn't Tyler Algier out there tonight?
Tyler's not hurt. He just wasn't able to play in this game.
All right, let's take a question from Mitch Harper, Sean Walker, and Hunter Miller.
Kalani, what will be the legacy of the senior class? Because this is a group that was pretty much there every step of the way during your tenure as head coach. What's going to be their lasting legacy on the program?
Well, I mean, I think you see some of the things that they will be able to overcome, and then I think the legacy is going to be. I think they're going to be such great contributors in the community, and they're going to do great things. Some of them with football, and others around it, and others in their professions. But I think the lasting impression that they leave on this program is the stuff that they've already done, whether it's their experience, their example, or the little things that, I mean, you have to understand the mentoring that happens on this team. It's just it's a true brotherhood for these guys, and I know a lot of teams have that too. But I can honestly say that the culture that we have here is built on love. And I see it every day when I see our players mentoring each other and teaching and learning from each other. So it's an awesome thing to see, and glad that we got our 10th win tonight.
Do you expect this to be the last regular season game for you guys?
I don't know. I mean, I was talking to some of the players, and I think it all depends on what happens with the bowl game. If the bowl game's kind of in a distant, then we would love to play next week. Been saying that for a while now. We love playing football, and hopefully we'll see how it works. But I'm not Tom Homo, and I know he knows what we want. We want to play football, and depending on when the bowl game is or who we face in the bowl game, if there's time in between, we would love to fit a game there.
Kalani, you mentioned that slow start and just how your guys were able to overcome a lot of things from what San Diego State was doing in that first quarter and whatnot. Isaac Rex had a little bit of a slow start, but rebounded really, really nicely. Just what has he meant for this team, and what does it mean for him to be able to kind of have that moment in the first quarter and then rebound the way that he did to be one of those leaders as a freshman?
Well, I love that our team didn't give up on him, and we don't give up on our guys, and when he came off on the sideline after the fumble, the team had his back, and so we're always going to have each other's back. The players will, and the coaches will, and have a lot of confidence in him. I mean, Zach kept targeting him and throwing the ball to him, so mistakes don't define us. How we respond to them is the key, and you saw him make some beautiful plays and some great blocks. So, and that I think you can kind of go down the line with all our players out there that make mistakes. Some mistakes are way more visible than others, but I think the key is for us to keep believing in them and show them the faith that these guys should be able to give the opportunity to respond from any mistakes that happen in the game.
Coach, I want to piggyback off that Isaac Rex talk a little bit. He joined some pretty exclusive company tonight. He's the first BYU tight end to have 10 or more receiving touchdowns in a single season since Johnny Harleen in 2006. Back in August when you first started the season, did you foresee Isaac having this kind of impact and this role in your offense, and what's led him to have such great success here in 2020?
Well, his dad's an All-American, so I think the genetic pool is really good for him, and then we'll be excited when we get his brother Preston here off his mission playing for us. But I think the key is the guy loves playing football, and it wasn't really this year. It was the end of last year. If you remember, he played in those 4 games as a red shirt, and we knew we had something really, really special with him. And so I think looking at the tight end group and the receiving group, I feel really good with the future there, and the fact that he's so young and makes a lot of plays and big target. There's still a lot of room for improvement for those guys, but yeah, just impressed with the talent on this team and the way they keep developing.
All right, let's take one last question from Matt Diamante.
Coach, Jake Oldroyd hit another 50-plus yard field goal. What's it like to have a kicker like him who can score from such long range?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, he's a big time weapon for us, and the footing wasn't the best, to kick field goals, but I love the way he's been kicking all year long and kicking field goals and kickoffs and things like that. He's been money for us. So I think a lot of that has to be said about the snappers and the holders. I know Rico's done a great job holding for him, and you're looking at Riggs and Hogan snapping the ball, done a great job setting him up. So, and the protection. So I think Jake, I mean, you remember when he was a freshman, he kicked game-winning field goal in his first game. So the guy has ice in his veins, and let's keep the run rolling. I've said it before. I would like for him to kick more PATs than field goals, though.